Okay, if it is Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, that can mean just one thing. It's time for the goRIA live stream. I'm Chuck Vela, and as I like to do on these Wednesday afternoons is put a spotlight on what is new at www.goria.com. And what is new this week is my continued project of getting caught up on all the content, he tried to say, I captured during the most recent rounds of goRIA on location, where I go to conferences and cover them and interview all the amazing people that end up at these conferences. So let me quickly share my screen. Here we go. And all you need to do is go to www.goria.com and it'll come right up. You actually have to go to the on location section. And here we are. So again, going back a little bit into the archives here, this was done back in November of last year. If you caught my live stream last week, we have a plan. I have a plan to get fully caught up over the next couple of weeks. So that way we can be nice and fresh and ready for all the new content for goRIA on location this fall. And we've got a great schedule lined up. Okay, so if you come here, you're going to see that I covered the FPA National Conference, which is always a great time. I've been a longtime member myself of the FPA. I'm on the board here in Connecticut, and I just think it's a wonderful organization for advisors. So it was a real privilege for me to cover it. So let me just walk you through the content here. You see the first one is with Crystal Alfred Cooper, who is the president-elect of FPA. So that was a great conversation. And we talked a little bit about what she has in mind for the FPA going forward. Some really excellent thoughts there. Then next up here, we have Derek Kinney, who I'm sure you know. He's all over the socials, and I think he might go to more conferences than I do. Always a great conversation. And we talked about here, which is how to really engage with high net worth clients. And hint here, it's not by telling them about the school you went to. Really a great conversation, and he's just always a lot of fun to talk with. Next, we have Farah Baxter, who's the co-founder and COO of Saloma Partners. And there we talked about, and this is such an important topic now, how advisors can leverage legacy planning. And we talk about this a lot on goRIA. Long gone, long gone are the days where you can just recommend stocks and mutual funds. You have to do financial planning. And I would go so far as to say is pretty much long gone are the days where you just do financial planning. You have to incorporate what we like to call the four pillars, right? So financial planning, the way we look at it, drives the four pillars, which would be investment management, tax management, planning, preparation, estate planning, which is what we talk about here, and insurance. Such an important topic. Okay, then we have a repeat guest, Andrew Altfist, who's the founder and CEO of FP Alpha. And we talked about a recurring theme here on goRIA, which is what do breakaway advisors need to think about when choosing their tech stock. We talk about this a lot, and for good reason. It's one of the most important decisions you can make. As I've confessed often, when I broke away and started Sovereign 7 years ago now, one of the biggest mistakes I made was just a real bad tech stack. Not bad, period, but it was bad for me. It was a bad fit. And we talk a lot about that in this particular segment here. Okay, next we have Brock Jolly, who's the founder of the College Founding Coach Capital. And this is, again, you see the theme here. It's not just investments, and it's getting to the point where it's not just basic financial planning, it's bringing in all these other disciplines. And here Brock talked about how advisors can leverage college funding planning to attract new clients. So it's a win for everyone. Let me put a snooze on that. Sorry, live TV here. Okay, next we have the guest, Deshaun Peterson, who is the co-host of The Blueprint. And we talked about what next-gen advisors want to know. And thankfully, there are a lot of next-gen advisors coming through the ranks. We see that at FPA. I saw that really as well and very clearly at the CFP conference. So that's good to see. And Deshaun talks about that exact thing. And let's see here. We have, of course, Dennis Moore, who's the relatively new CEO for the Financial Planning Association. And similar to one of the previous segments, we're talking about what is next for the FPA. And again, all organizations like the FPA need to evolve, especially in an industry like ours. There's so much change, and he's doing exactly that. Okay, and that was the wrap up. Okay, so that brings us to case. So there is the wrap up for goRIA on location from November of last year. And part of our continuing plan, let me stop my share, get back to the full screen. And so that's it. So take a look. If you missed the live coverage back in November, this is a chance to get another look. And really is just some excellent content that truly is evergreen, which is why most of it is evergreen, I would say, which is why we put it up on the website for future reference for those of you that have pen in hand and putting together your checklist on things you need to know before you go RIA. So that's it for this week. I will be back next Wednesday, 3 o'clock Eastern time, with what will then be new on goRIA.com. Thanks for joining me.